Hi, I'm Othar Faison of the Wilding the Wolfpack. Today I'm going to talk about a subject that's been kind of, been weighing on my mind a little bit, and it's something that I've been kind of thinking about for a while. Now, before I continue on, this video is purely opinion. This isn't the gospel, this isn't the way, this is just my view on something I've been observing. So, and what I mean by that, it's this topic that I'm about to talk about. Well, one, I got some coffee to help talk about it, but it is something that has been kind of just, you know, it's been something I've been seeing a lot of, and it's making me want to voice my opinion on it. So, what that opinion is I really think that heathenry has become a little too carefree, a little too relaxed. So, what do I mean by that? So, and why would I even want to talk about something like this, right? So, and again, it's all opinion, it's all just my take on it, it's just my view. Again, this isn't like to, you know, do weirdy sort of views on anything like that. This is just my take on something that I've observed myself personally. So, and again, not the gospel, not the text, not anything crazy, holy divine, or anything like that. Again, just my pure opinion. So, get some sip real quick. So, so what I mean by heathenry becoming a little too carefree, a little too relaxed. So, I think in some way, so let me get this argument out first, right? I think in some ways you can take some liberties with heathenry. You can take some liberties in your religious practice, your rituals, and your bloats and stuff. You can take some liberties. I say within reason, though. So, what I might mean by that is it shouldn't be too far out left field to the point where it doesn't make sense to what you're trying to celebrate or, give an offering to. So, what I mean by that, and this is what I've been kind of observing. I guess, it's kind of geared more towards the newer heathens and pagans, right? So, I've been kind of noticing there's kind of a push to say you don't need all the ritual gear. You don't need to do ritual or blow all the time. You don't need to do all this crazy things. Now, I think to a point, and to a point, that's true. To a point. Now, what I mean by that is heathery is what you make of it. What you put into it is what you get out of it. Now, do you have to treat it like Orthodox Christianity or anything like? No, not. I am against Orthodoxy 100% as far as heathery and age true goes. Like, I don't think Orthodoxy is the right answer. I know some people believe that. I believe some people do believe that there needs to be like a head church or a head Hof that actually dictates how all Ace of True does. I don't think orthodoxy is the way. However, it still needs some sort of responsibility. It still needs some form of accountability. Now, do you need to do a weekly bloat or a weekly offering or anything like that? No. However, this is what I'm going to add to that. You do need to make offerings and you do need to do bloats of some sort if you want any sort of connection with the gods or the ancestors or the land vizier or even your community. You got to put something into it. Now, do you need all the fanciest ritual gear? Do you need like the nicest Mjolnir or no? Like, do you need to break the bank doing that? No. However, is it nice to have those things? Absolutely. If you want those things, yeah, you should get those things if you feel it makes your practice better. But do it within reason. I think a lot of people tend to miss that part is do your practice within reason. Spend your money towards your practice, give towards your practice in your religious ritual work within reason. So, I mean, I'm not, don't be like that guy that says, yeah, they slice off a chunk of their pinky every Thursday for like a month straight. No, I wouldn't even recommend doing that, even sparingly. To be honest, I wouldn't recommend even giving blood for your rituals. But that's just me. Some people are, they do that. I don't. If you know anything about blood magic, you know why. Anyways, but however, there is some responsibility that you need to have in heathery. For example, you have a responsibility to look at the lore. Some people say you don't need to. No, you need to. You need to read, the prose and poetic eddas, whatever author you want to read on that one. It doesn't have to be a specific one, and many people have different recommendations on it. You have to read that though. Like, yeah, it is the religion of homework. Granted, every religion does too, but However, as an obligation to someone who's going to heathenry, whether you're just a follower of a kindred or you're just self practitioner, or eventually one day you might get called to be a Gothi, it does happen. Look at me. You have to know the lore. You have to know what you're talking about. And if you want to actually learn and grow as a heathen, you have to look into the research. You have to look into the community and how they actually look at the sources and look how they look at the tales and the sagas and the Eddas. And again, is it, you know, overabundant? Well, maybe not overabundant per se. I would say overstimulating. Absolutely. It could be overstimulating like hell. It really can be. And someone who's new to heathenry or ace troop, that's, that's intimidating. So, and here's my advice: if you're one of those people who's brand new to heathenry or whatever, and you have no idea what books to get, Prose and Poetica, just keep it basic for now, and just because I know you're gonna have like 10,000 people say, "Oh, you gotta get this, you gotta get that, you gotta get the Grammaticus, you gotta get the Saxo Grammaticus, you gotta get this, and you gotta get Jackson Crawford and this," and then that list never ends. Just Prose and Poetica, just keep it simple. Now, when it comes to ritual stuff, when I first started off, I had a kitchen bowl. You do what you got, what you got, man. However, the difference between someone with like a cereal bowl versus someone with a nice bowlie or something like that, or a nice ritual bowl or ritual cup, is the intent that you actually give when you do your offerings. So, do you have to give your offerings every day of the week? No, you don't have to do. I don't even do that either. I do holiday bloats. That's my main thing. However, for someone who's new to it, just do the holidays, learn the holidays, and you're good with that. That shows commitment. That shows commitment to not only your ancestors, to the gods, but to the actual land spirits too. And it shows commitment to your path. You get what you put into this path. And don't get me wrong, there's some times where you gotta fill it in yourself. You gotta some ritual, or maybe not a ritual, but some of the holidays that you kind of do some research. And again, it can be a little overwhelming. Does your Yule Fest have to be all 12 days or 21 days, depending on who you talk to? No, I don't. I still don't even do that, to be honest. I mean, granted, I'll like passively celebrate it, but I'll have like one major day where I have like, the Yule goat and have the ham, and I'll have all these things. But that's not year one. That's not year one. We also got to quit treating heathenry as the destination. It's the journey. It's the journey. We all envision these beautiful kindreds and these beautiful communities that we all be a part of, but it all starts with, like, hell, styrofoam cups sometimes. Hey, I had to do red solo cups for some of my offerings. An offering is an offering. But when you actually try to put more towards an actual offering or a gift, instead of waiting until you get like the super fancy stuff, you work towards fancy stuff if you like, if you feel that's necessary. But you got styrofoam cups, use styrofoam cup. You do what you gotta do. But at the same time there needs to be commitment. There needs to be an effort made. Now, for example, if you're trying to do a bloat, let's say a Yule bloat, because that's the one everyone knows, right? That's like the nose for the date, right? Or Samhain or winter findings. And let's say you're off a day or two. Okay, you're off a day or two. It's because work got on the way. Or some wild thing happened and you missed it. Or you just didn't celebrate altogether. Are you condemned by the gods and the ancestors? Probably not. No. I think they understand where we're coming from and how we do things. So make the effort to actually build that connection with the gods and the ancestors. Do you have to be a Puritan about it? No, definitely don't need to do that. However, the effort needs to be made, and you need to do the best you can to be the best heathen you could possibly be. And again, don't break the bank trying to be the best heathen. Don't try to be naughtier than now. If you're new to it, embrace it. Embrace the nudity of it. Embrace the novelty of it, and it's great. So that's just my little topic for now. But other than that, stay heathen.